With over 40 million Americans in poverty, the gap between the rich and the poor continues to increase each year. A person who makes less than $12,000 is the federal government's definition of poverty. As of 2015, 22.7% of children, 12.7% of adults, and 11.6% of senior citizens are in poverty just in New York alone. These numbers will continue to increase unless more government support is put in place. Sure, we already have support programs such as food stamps and Social Security, but we need more in order to reduce these numbers. One possible solution would be to raise the minimum wage, also known as the Fight for 15. As stated in an article by the Huffington Post, the federal minimum wage of $7.25 per hour is far too low. A full-time worker, 40 hours per week for 52 weeks earning the minimum wage is guaranteed to live at the poverty level. Raising the minimum wage is good economics, good policy, and good for workers. It would reduce income inequality and poverty while boosting growth without increasing unemployment. The legislative branch would most likely handle this since they handle all federal laws, and a law raising the minimum wage would benefit the country. There is even proof of its success. At the beginning of 2014, 13 states increased their minimum wage. Of these 13 states, 4 actually passed legislation raising their minimum wage. In the other 9, their minimum wage automatically increased in line with inflation at the beginning of the year. The results concluded that the states where the minimum wage went up had a faster employment growth than the states where the minimum wage remained at its previous level. Why not enforce this for all states? Another solution would be a universal basic income. A universal basic income, also known as a UBI, is a fixed amount of money given by the government to all citizens in addition to the income they already receive. I agree with the vision made by Charles Murray, a writer for the Wall Street Journal. In his article, A Guaranteed Income for Every American, he talks of his plan for a UBI. He states that the only way for it to work would be if it replaced all other payment systems, such as Social Security and Medicare, otherwise it would just be a destructive add-on. He envisions that every American citizen aged 21 and older would get a $13,000 annual grant deposited electronically into a bank account in monthly installments. $3,000 would be used for health insurance, leaving every adult with $10,000 in disposable annual income for the rest of their lives. The UBI would be financed by getting rid of those other payment systems. The executive branch deals with the Department of Health and Human Services, so this branch would most likely help execute a UBI. In the near future, Switzerland will soon vote whether to give working-age adult a basic income of $2,800 per month. If the vote is in favor of, economists will be keeping a close eye on its effects throughout the country. Although there are other countries that have used UBIs in smaller areas, it has not been used throughout an entire country like Switzerland. If an entire country like Switzerland is willing to consider a universal basic income, why not the US?